Hi, my name is Ian Kittichai. I'm a chef at the Isaya Restaurants and Cuisine Concept, Bangkok, Thailand. Today I'm going to show you how to make Salmon Chu Chee Curry. So first, what we're gonna do, a fresh Chu Chee Curry. And then I have all the ingredients right in front of me. We're gonna start it off with the red chili, dry red chili. The red chili has been soaked in the water, and then afterward we drain all the water out, and then we're gonna start pounding in pesto and mortar. Make sure you use your hand, one of your hand, covering on the mortar because of the chili might jump into your eyes. Next, I'm adding a sea salt just to help when you pound the chili to become more like a paste. After salt going in, we put in chopped lemongrass. So if you chop them finely, it will help the process to making the curry paste faster. Next, we add galangal, which is the chopped into pieces as well. And just keep pounding until become smooth paste. Next, we're gonna add in the black peppercorn. After black peppercorn, we have garlic. After garlic, we're gonna add in coriander root. And then just keep pounding until become a smooth paste. Next, shallot. And then last will be coffee lime zest. After chili paste become really smooth, I'm gonna add in the shrimp paste to give the aroma and also the flavor into the curry paste. Just slowly mix it in and combine it in together until become a smooth paste. Next, I'm gonna remove the curry paste into the ramekin. So now we have Chu Chee curry paste ready to make the curry. Next, we're gonna brine our salmon into the salt brine. So I put the salt in, just a sea salt, using the whisk, and keep stirring until dissolve all the sea salt. Next, what we're going to do is to put our fish into the salt water. We're gonna leave here for 15 minutes. And then we're gonna start cooking our curry while we're waiting for the salmon. Okay, next we have coconut milk. Just pour right into the medium saucepan. We're gonna bring the coconut milk to the boil, and then we're gonna turn the heat down. Next, we're gonna add Chu Chee curry paste into the coconut milk. Then we're gonna bring Chu Chee curry and coconut milk to the boil. Still using the medium heat. And then it will come up to the boil, and then we're gonna lower the heat down. So the Chu Chee curry, basically it came from central of Thailand, and then we're using a lot of fish. So in the curry, we have lemongrass, galangal, we have red chili, dry red chili, and then shallot, garlic, and then coffee lime zest. We pound that together until become a smooth paste. Then we add into the coconut milk to become a Chu Chee curry. After it brings to the boil, slightly to the boil, as you can see, then we're gonna lower the heat down just a little bit to keep the curry cooking for a few more minutes. Next, I'm gonna seasoning with the fish sauce to keep the saltiness into the curry. Next, palm sugar or coconut sugar to keep a balance between salty, creamy, and the spicy in the curry. I'm using my spatula to dissolve all the coconut sugar. Then we bring to the boil again by adding more heat in. Okay. Next, we're gonna add kaffir lime leaves, julienne, very thin slice. As you can see now, the chu chee curry start to boil again, and then I'm gonna lower the heat down. Check the seasoning. I'm going to add just a little more of fish sauce. I think this will be perfect. After 15 minutes, we're going to take the fish out from the brine. The reason we brine the fish because of the salt will tighten up the salmon flesh, so it gets a really nice and good texture. Then we're going to add the fish into the bag, and then the chu chee curry sauce that I just made. As you know, sous vide is a perfect cooking with fish. Because of you get the right temperature, the right time, and the texture will come out perfectly. The reason I add the sauce in from the chu chee curry because of the flavor will go right in, and then when you marinate it, you have the sauce in the bag, and it gives so much flavor into the fish. Next, we're gonna vacuum seal our chu chee salmon. Okay, after we get the salmon in the vacuum bag with the chu chee curry sauce to keep the flavor into the fish, then we're gonna drop our fish into the sous vide machine. So as you know, we're cooking sous vide because of the texture, the time, and then the temperature is very important. Every time we will get the result 100% exactly the same. Suckling from the fish, the flavor impact in the bag and then onto the fish, You could cook almost just about anything with the sous vide, and then I will guarantee you for sure the flavor, the texture come out beautifully. So after we cooking our salmon in the sous vide bag, then we're gonna cut it open. Just rest it on the wire rack. Next, we're gonna finish our chu chee salmon. I add the little sauce onto the plate, right in the middle. Next, taking the fish, remove it onto the plate, and then I'm gonna finish it off with fresh red chili that cut into the strip or julienne. Next will be coffee lime leaves, which is cut into julienne as well. We already put into the sauce, so this is really go well with the chu chee curry. And then have some edible flowers. We have nasturtium leaves. We do have some nasturtium flowers, which is to decorate onto our chu chee salmon. Almost there. And I think this is gonna be complete for our chu chee salmon curry. So since I came back from Sydney, which is in 1993, I work at the Four Seasons Hotel, and I have the chef who came to do food promotion in the hotel that I work. And then he started using the vacuum machine and then to put foie gras in it. So I didn't know 100% it was the sous vide things, but I asked him why he put in the bag and then cook in the bag. But by that time we're using the steam oven. We use combi oven and then control the temperature. And then I got to know more from Thomas Keller when I went to work in his restaurants in 2002 at French Laundry. So I know more about it. I was in the kitchen and then saw Thomas Keller using sous vide cooking machine in his kitchen with the lamb, rabbit, and many more. So that's how I get to know more and then learn more about sous vide cooking. It's impact more than 100% because of I'm doing just many covers in my kitchen at the restaurants in New York. By that time, we're doing like over 300 covers per night during Friday night, Saturday night, over the weekend, even Sunday and Monday as well. So sous vide cooking, kind of like really cooking precise texture, flavor, because of in Thai cooking, we do a lot of marination and then curries, which is when we cooking curries in Thailand, the curry have to be into the meat. So it's more like a marination. And then when you put example like chicken breast with the curry sauce into the bag, it's more like a marinade, and then the sauce will go into the chicken breast, and then afterward you're cooking. It have to be according to your kitchen as well. After the coming out from the sous vide machine, then you're taking out of the bag, you need to seal it and then cook it more. It just depends on your term in your kitchen, how long you need to be cooking on the stove, and so on, so on. So that could be applied for my fish cooking, chicken, beef, and so on, so on. So it's really impact my kitchen, really precise in terms of the texture and flavor. For the sous vide that I use in my restaurants, mostly with the meat and then also with vegetable as well. And also I'm using the to poach fruit, which is in seasonal. I can keep the fruit in good flavor within that season, so I can preserve it for quite some time. And then of course a lot of root vegetables that I cook sous vide with. We have one signature dish, which is my signature dish at the Isaya restaurant, which is the Salmon curry lamb chang. And then also we have another dish, we're using salmon for chu chee curry. So this is like a two primary that we have it on the menu at Isaya restaurants with sous vide cooking. My memory with the sous vide cooking, that probably would be the chicken breast. You know, majority in Thailand, we consume the chicken thigh, chicken legs, much more than white meat. And then because of Thai people doesn't like to eat white meat, it's too dry and then too tough. So not many people like to eat, especially women. And then when I do the sous vide cooking, and people really surprised, and then I try to tell them, you know, if you eat white meat, much more protein than the thigh and the leg. And then they prefer not to eat the chicken breast, no matter what. But I asked them to try the sous vide chicken breast that I made. And then everyone was really surprised that the chicken was so tender. You know, you increase the flavor like 30% more than you just normal cooking. And then that's how I find out like a lot of people changing their mind, like what they have in their memory. The chicken breast is tough, it's dry, they not really enjoyed it, they rather eat something fat but they don't care. But now that sous vide is changing their mind now, and they love, basically they really enjoy to eat the chicken breast, sous vide chicken breast. First time I met Bruno, which is in Washington DC in Korea. He's just a really nice a gentleman, and then really friendly. And then I get to meet him in the lab, and you know, we talk more about sous vide. We talk more about how to cook with temperature and so on, so on, so on. So I learned a lot from meeting him in that moment, and then to see you know, his lab and walking me through in each station, and with different recipe that I have been into Korea, and then to taste different temperature of a sous vide cooking, different protein, and so on, so on. So it's really impressed me, and then I think he's just a lovely gentleman.